What would you do if you were born into a world that had already decided you had no purpose? Not because you were weak, not because you were sick, not because you were dangerous, but because of one tiny thing inside your body, one ancient difference, one survival difference, one difference that once mattered around the fire and now decides who lives inside the food system. Imagine this. You are standing in a prehistoric camp. The sun is dying behind the trees. The air smells like smoke. Children are hungry. Hunters have returned with almost nothing. The tribe is quiet. Then someone hears a sound. A sharp call from a bird. A jungle bird. Fast, nervous, bright-eyed. It scratches the dirt. It runs from shadows. It lays eggs. And for ancient humans, that bird becomes more than a bird. It becomes food. It becomes warning. It becomes status. It becomes survival. Now jump thousands of years forward. You walk into a supermarket. You see eggs in clean cartons. You see chicken meat wrapped in plastic. Everything looks simple. Everything looks normal. But one question is hiding in plain sight. Where are the brothers? Every egg-laying hen came from a batch of chicks. Some were female. Some were male. The females became valuable. The males did not. So what happened to them? The easy answer is this. People do not eat male chickens. But that answer is false. Humans have eaten male chickens for thousands of years. Ancient people ate roosters. Farmers ate roosters. Villages cooked roosters in soups. Older birds became stews. Tough meat became slow food. Nothing about a male chicken makes it poisonous. Nothing about a rooster makes it impossible to eat. So the real question is deeper. Why did modern humans stop treating most male chicks from egg farms as food? That answer does not begin with taste. It begins with survival math. Ancient humans were always doing math. Not with paper, not with calculators, but with hunger. How much food goes in? How much energy comes out? Which animal gives eggs? Which animal gives meat? Which animal warns the camp? Which animal eats too much? Which animal is worth keeping alive? In a small ancient village, a rooster could be useful. He could protect the flock. He could fertilize eggs. He could wake people at dawn. He could become meat later. He could become a symbol. He could become a prize. The male bird had a place. But the modern farm is not an ancient village. It is a machine. And inside a machine, every living thing becomes a calculation. The first layer is simple. Hens lay eggs. Roosters do not. That sounds obvious, but obvious facts can create brutal systems. An egg farm is built for eggs. It needs females. Thousands of females. Millions of females. A male chick cannot lay one egg, not one. If he eats feed for weeks or months, the farm pays. But the farm gets no eggs back. To ancient humans, this would still be a problem. A hungry tribe could not waste grain. A starving family could not keep animals that gave nothing in return. But in the past, the scale was small. A few extra males could be eaten. A few could be traded. a few could survive. Modern scale changed everything. When humans began producing food for cities, armies, markets, and nations, the chicken was no longer just a camp animal. It became an industrial creature. And that is where the second layer appears. There is not just one kind of chicken anymore. That sounds strange. They are all chickens. But humans split the chicken into different jobs. One chicken became an egg machine. Another chicken became a meat machine. Both came from the same ancient bird. Both share the same deep ancestry. But their bodies were pushed in different directions. A modern laying hen is built for eggs. Her body is selected to produce again and again. She can lay hundreds of eggs in a year. That would look almost supernatural to ancient humans. A wild jungle bird would never produce like that. Nature did not design the bird for endless supermarket shelves. Humans did. Generation after generation, people chose the birds that laid more eggs. Then they bred those birds. Then they chose again. More eggs, better efficiency, less waste, more output. Over time, the bird changed. Her body became a living answer to one human question. How many eggs can we get? But a broiler chicken answers a different question. How fast can meat grow? A modern meat chicken is bred to gain weight quickly, very quickly. It can reach market size in around 6 to 8 weeks. That is not normal wild survival. That is human selection. Ancient predators shaped birds to run, hide, mate, and survive. Modern humans shaped some chickens to become breast meat, thigh meat, and cheap protein. So now we have two bodies. One body makes eggs. One body makes meat. And the male chick from an egg-laying line is trapped between them. He cannot lay eggs. And he does not grow like a broiler. This is the hidden trap. A male chick from an egg breed is still edible. But he is not efficient. He may grow slower. He may stay smaller. He may use more feed for less meat. In nature, that would not make him worthless. In an ancient village, he might still become dinner. But in an industrial food system, slower growth is a problem. Smaller size is a problem. Extra feed is a problem. Every day costs money. Every bag of grain matters. Every inch of housing matters. Every hour of labor matters. This is the false answer and the deeper reveal. The false answer is that people do not eat roosters. The deeper reveal is that humans created a system where some roosters are not profitable enough to raise. That is much colder and much more important. Because this is not really about chickens. It is about how humans reshape life. Prehistoric humans survived because they noticed patterns. They watched animals. They learned which birds laid eggs. They learned which males fought. They learned which females nested. They learned which animals could be controlled. Domestication began as attention. Then it became choice. Then it became power. At first, humans lived beside animals. Then humans guided animals. Then humans redesigned animals. The chicken's ancestor was the red jungle fowl, a small, alert forest bird. It lived in the wild. It avoided danger. It reproduced for itself. It was not born to fill a carton. It was not born to become nuggets. It was not born to become a breakfast economy. But humans saw opportunity. Eggs were portable food. Meat was protein. Feathers had use. Roosters had sound. Roosters had aggression. Roosters had color. Roosters had meaning. In many ancient cultures, the rooster mattered. Its crow announced morning. Its boldness became a symbol. Its fighting spirit became entertainment. Its presence could mean fertility, courage, warning, and status. For some people, a rooster was not useless. It was powerful. Then agriculture changed. Villages became towns. Towns became markets. Markets became industries. And industry hates uncertainty. It wants control. It wants uniform bodies, uniform growth, uniform production, uniform profit. So humans did what humans always do. They optimized. They separated the chicken's ancient roles. Eggs over here, meat over there, breeding over there. The alarm clock rooster became almost unnecessary. The symbolic rooster became irrelevant to supermarket math. The fighting rooster became a cultural relic or a banned practice in many places. The village bird became a factory animal. And inside that factory, one ancient male body lost its job. This is why the supermarket hides a strange truth. The chicken in the meat aisle is usually not the brother of the hen that laid your eggs. It is often from a specialized meat line. The egg in the carton usually comes from a specialized laying line. Same species, different destiny. Same ancient ancestor, different human design. One was shaped to lay. One was shaped to grow. One female became valuable because she produces eggs. One male became a cost because he does not.